Hi there, my name is Linda Erskine, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and my book, George and Mildred, The Attack of the Meanie Girls. I've always been a dreamer, and I've lived my life in books and been inspired by them. This is just one of the books. I was inspired by the antics of my boxer beast Ko and his best friend Smudge the Yorkie. They were complete opposites. They were based on a series. The characters were based on a series in the 70s where George was shy and reserved and quiet and Mildred was not, and basically George bowed down to Mildred, and that's exactly what happened in the case of George and Mildred in this story. I wrote the series after coming from Canada to the wilds of West Lothian, Scotland, and it was the story of how Ko, aka George, and Smudge, aka Mildred, became best friends. I wrote the stories to shed light on some of the issues that today's kids face, from bullying, as in this book, and standing up for themselves, to realizing that what holds them back is the fear of being themselves, that they are enough. I hope that I've inspired even one person to realize their full potential in all of their glory. I'm now going to read an excerpt from the book, and just to whet your appetite a little bit and to introduce you to the two characters. So let's go inside the book and we'll introduce you to George and Mildred. George had fur like his mum, brown and tan, and the other dogs in the neighborhood thought he was a tiger because of his stripy coat. They also thought he was mean, though he wasn't. He had a big head and long legs, and he loved a good game of chase. He mostly chased, but he also liked being chased, running willy-nilly through the fields. And there is an excerpt from George being chased by his dad. Mildred Smudge lived in the big town and was everything George was not. Small and silky, with a pretty face and pointy ears and legs that resembled a chicken. Where George was big and clumsy, Mildred was small and quick. George was quiet, Mildred was not. George and Mildred met in the usual way of dogs at a park where both wanted the same ball. George had saved his allowance for months to buy a big bouncy yellow ball, and he was excited to show his new ball to his friends, Harley and Ollie. He was wiggling with joy at getting to jump, run, and chase after the ball. And there you see him at the park with his friends. Mildred had just arrived at the field and was anxiously waiting to run and bark at all the new smells that had blown in on the spring breeze. She looked left and right, up and down the field, and soon she was nose deep in the long strands of green grass. She knew that smell. It was the stink of the Meanie Girls. And there is Mildred at the park, and she's got a very concerned look on her face because she smells the Meanie Girls. So that is just a little excerpt from the book. It was inspired, like I said again, by my boxer Ko and Mildred, aka Smudge the Yorkie. And I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.